Yo, 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 yo. What's happening, everybody, man? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? We're going to talk about some stuff tonight. What's up, McAndrews? We got Yogi. Appreciate you, Yogi. Final countdown. I already know it, man. Evening, McAndrews. Appreciate you tapping in for sure. Man, we ain't gonna get too spicy tonight. We're gonna get kind of spicy, but we ain't gonna get too spicy, man. We kind of just gonna keep it mellow and talk about what Kwesi Adofo Mensah should definitely do this offseason, bro. The draft is coming up. And yes, I was watching the combine today and watching all of these, pretty things on TV where it's like, oh, this guy runs a 4 this and this guy jumps this long and all that. We're gonna talk about all that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Vaughn in the building, man. Bob in the building. Appreciate you, Bob. Appreciate y'all tapping in. And make sure you hit that like button on the way in. Look, we got, first of all, man, like Anthony Richardson, like the way that boy combine went, he might go number 1. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just keep it real. He might go number 1. So I know for the ones who actually love him just like me, I love him, and I think Minnesota should take a chance on him if he was to fall closer to 10, but I don't think it's happening. So we don't get to have fun and enjoy all the quarterback controversy. Because why? Because we have Kirk Cousins and he's good enough. You know what I'm saying? That's what they said. That's what they told us. He's good enough. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. And I know the fights come on tonight for the ones who gonna watch the fight. Hey, we gonna be on here for about 45 minutes. You feel me? Because I'm watching that fight too. I want to see if Bones Jones still got it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I think the boy gonna fall. Let me just keep it real to you. I think he gonna fall. But we gonna see, man. I'm definitely gonna tap in, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna definitely tap into the fight tonight and see what's going on. So I ain't gonna hold y'all too long because I know that y'all watching these prelims and all that. But this is the thing, man. First of all, look, Tank Dell. I got to talk about this. Y'all know how I feel about Tank Dell. I think Tank Dell is going to be a really good wide receiver. Why? Because he's quick. So people saw his 40 time today and he ran a 4.5, right? But the guy that everybody they're ranking above him runs a 4.42. Now, let me explain this to you guys, right? That means absolutely nothing, okay? It means absolutely nothing. Why? Because we're playing football and not track. That's just what it is. You feel me? Like, some people have quick. Now, all of these guys are fast. You know what I mean? Like, you run a 4.5 or you run a 4.42 or a 4.48, you guys are about the same speed. You're fast. All right. Let's just put it that way. But only a couple of them actually have quickness, though. And Tank Dell is quick. You know what I mean? He's twitchy. That's the difference. Like, don't put too much stock into them running 40s. And then another thing, these damn defensive tackles running 4.5s and shit. I'm gonna tell you right now, like, that means absolutely nothing either, right? You wanna know what I'm saying? Because if my defensive tackle is running 40 yards, that means he's chasing somebody down. You feel me? So that means that somebody did something wrong, and I don't want to see that. So I can care less if a defensive tackle runs a 4.5 or not. Like, that don't mean anything to me. How quick is he off the ball? That's what matters, man. So, I mean, look, the combine, it's great entertainment. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see these players. And Anthony Richardson, his stock definitely went up. But, you can't take too much weight with this stuff, man. These guys are out there just having fun, man. It's like a field day. It's like a walk through practice. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just seeing some people today, like, judging wide receivers off of, oh, well, so-and-so ran a 4.42, but Tank Dell ran a 4.5. Like, bro, you know how minimal that speed difference is? Like, come on. And the question, and the real question is, can you consistently run that speed throughout a course of a football game? You know what I'm saying? A course of a football game. Like, what your stamina look like? That's what they need to do. They need to do a test where them boy run 4 laps and see who can keep up the speed consistently, because that's where it's gonna really count. You know what I'm saying? When you're in the 4th quarter and you tired as hell. Popping in the show love, can't stay busy tonight. Hey, appreciate you, Nick. Appreciate you. Shout out my boy Dave in the building too, man. We got Dave in the building. We got Danny in the building. Look, I already know the fight on tonight, man. So I just wanted to tap in for a little while, man. Just talk about some stuff. But look, that's the thing, man. Exactly, Danny. They wearing helmets and shoulder pads definitely makes a difference. That's a fact. You know what I mean? So we just gotta see, man. You gotta see. But for the ones who don't think Anthony Richardson's gonna be good because they're putting all this weight on his, his accuracy in college football, man. Y'all gotta stop doing that. I'm gonna tell you, the boy is athletic and he a beast, and why not take a chance? You feel me? Why not take a chance? Shit. Why not take a chance? Hey, you already know what's happening. We got Six Shooter Nation in the building, man. Appreciate you tapping in. You already know, man. Appreciate you tapping in. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I got a video that I think I'm gonna do, man. I think I'm like in a Max. I don't know why that Max Dugan kid's falling so far. Now, the one thing I don't like is he looked like he looked like Andy Dalton. Know what I'm saying? He looked like Andy Dalton, man. I mean, the Red Rocket, and he went to TCU, man. He giving me Andy Dalton vibes. But I'm gonna tell you what, though, dude seemed pretty decent, and I'm surprised he ain't being talked about, being that he took his team all the way down there he took his team to the national championship, right? So that's pretty weird. But hey, we'll see what happens, man. I think there's some quarterbacks that we can take a chance on in the later rounds. But I'm really after these combines, man. It sucks because when you got people like Anthony Richardson that all of us are excited about, but guess what? There's like 29 other teams that are excited about him, just like us. And teams that even have a decent starting quarterback like us. You know what I mean? So there's gonna be people nipping at the butt. And there's so many teams at the top that actually need a quarterback to where they're gonna go for it. You know what I'm saying? I think right now the most realistic thing for us to move off Kirk is probably San Francisco. I'm gonna keep it real. Probably San Francisco, bro. That's just how I go. Rap the mentor any kid. If it mentioned and become fashion. Let's see. What's up? What's up, Yogi in the building, man? Appreciate you, Yogi. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. Hey, look. Hey, so and then the Vikings met with what's up with Sodak? Sodak in the building, man. Appreciate my boy Sodak in the building, man. For sure. Hey, look, the hats is on the way, Sodak. I promise you. I promise you, they on the way. You about to get that thing in the mail, dog. Let's see. Damn, we got what's the guy's name from UCLA? DTR. So I know the Vikings met with him too. You know what I'm saying? So this is the thing I want to say with Kwesi. Like Kwesi, when he said Kirk is good enough, like that says it all right there. You know what I'm saying? Like that means he's good enough, but he pretty much said what he said last year when everybody was mad at him when he said we didn't have a Patrick Mahomes, which is the most obvious thing. I don't know why some Vikings fans had their panties in a bunch because he was just speaking facts, but he pretty much said that again, just in a nicer way. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we have a quarterback that's good enough, but he ain't, you know what I mean? He ain't him, no, but he good enough. Like straight up. Like straight up. I'm telling you right now, it's leaning more towards we about to move off of Kirk. And I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. And there's so many fans that are ready, bro. Like it just don't make no sense. I'm so glad. I remember I used to be the minority. Like everybody used to be coming at my neck. Oh, Kirk, he good. Like now it's like shit. Now I got the squad rolling, man. Like we deep now. We deep now. But DTR, that dude, you know what I'm saying? Like his throwing motion is his throwing motion a little long for me. But hey, look, I ain't no professional scout, so I don't know. Know what I mean? Like I'm gonna trust KOC and Kwesi on that. And not even really Kwesi, just really just KOC. We gotta just trust him. His throwing motion looked long to me, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm tripping. Dude is a smart businessman. He's going to San Francisco. Believe me, Shanahan and him have a relationship, and they talk on a personal phone. Hey, Six Shooter. I hope you right, boy. Speak that into existence, bro. Speak that into existence. Like for real. I hope you speak that into existence. Straight up. My worthless opinion in the building. Appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate you tapping in. Danny said, I've been ready ever since we traded for him. Hey, me and you both. 2018, I've been ready. You know what I mean? Cousins going to the Bay. Bro, that would be crazy when he go to San Francisco. I hope he do, man. You know what I mean? Like, I hope like us not giving him a long-term extension pisses him off. where he's just mad as hell. He's like, "Oh, y'all don't love me? All right. Hey, Kyle, can I come over there?" Like, for real, please do. Please do. Bandito. Please do. But we gotta think about it. Let's just say, hypothetically, right? Let's just say we ship him to the Bay. You know what I mean? Like, are we trying to take Trey Lance? Is that what we doing? I need to know, chat, man. Are we taking Trey Lance? You know what I'm saying? Are we taking Trey Lance? Is that what we doing? Or are we going for somebody like, man, to be real, like, I'm gonna keep it real. The more I watch Max Duggan, I think I'm down to take a chance on him in the later rounds too. Like, I don't know why people sleeping on him. Like, what happened with bro? Like, why y'all? Anybody know? Does anybody in the comments know what happened to Max Duggan? Like, how he take his team to the national championship and all of a sudden he ain't even in conversation? What's up? Like, is he bad or something? Trying to figure out. Trying to figure out, man. Because I went and watched a little bit of film and I'm like, yeah, he got some bad throws in there, but everybody do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody do. Shit, that boy can run too. I mean, that's what I like about him. They was using him in RPO a little bit. One playoff win in 3 years. Hey, y'all know, look. Y'all know, like, I be trying not to do the curb stomps, man, every single time I go live because I don't want to drain y'all, man. But y'all can't help y'all damn self. And guess what? I don't mind, man. Like, for real, like, I'm always willing to curb stomp. Like, straight up. I'm always willing. Y'all just keep me going, man. I mean, I'm trying to switch the subject so we can talk about something else, but yet Triple P family always want to just smash on Kirk, man. But guess what? I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Y'all know how RAP go. We could talk about him all night. I mean, but the fights are coming on tonight, so I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, man. Know what I'm saying? We definitely going goddamn we gonna stay on here for about an hour. Know what I mean? And we gonna go ahead and watch these fights. Let's see. He's 28. Okay, that's the bro. All right, Minnesota Star. Shout out to you, man. Then we got we got Al in the building, man. Appreciate you, man. Hey, Al dropped a song and he tagged me in it, man. Y'all go check out the boy music. The boy rapping. The boy rapping. Me and him might have to collab on something. For real. Y'all know they don't call me RAP for nothing. Don't make me bust out the mic and start rapping now. We gonna drop a freestyle here in a minute. Let's see. Damn, he's 28 already. No buenos. Yeah, for sure, man. 28. God damn, he 28. You can be 28 playing college football. What the hell? That shit sound weird to be real. Damn, he damn near old as Kirk Cousins. What the fuck? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If he 28, then yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. My boy. How the hell he 28, bro? Like, what the hell? That's crazy. Max Duggan also has a bad heart. Oh, damn. Damn, bro. That's crazy. You finna have the whole chat collaborate. Hey, for real. Hey, we all gonna be goddamn. We all gonna be rapping in this thing, man. For real. We're gonna start us a rap group. You know what I mean? Start us a rap group. It won't be bad. Throws going to JJ. Hey, for real, Dave. I feel you. Like, we got a wide receiver that can make a quarterback better. And that's why I trust taking a risk on a quarterback, because we have a wide receiver that can make a quarterback better. And I just think Kevin O'Connell and himself can groom a quarterback. Like, I think we finally, as Vikings, like, we finally have a coach that can groom a quarterback. Like, we need to take advantage of that. Like, Kirk Cousins he's already been groomed. You know what I mean? He is who the hell he is. Like, and you know what? I think that Kewsi them actually feel that same way. And I think that they want to definitely get a chance to show, because that's like the ultimate goal, especially for an offensive minded quarterback that calls plays as well. I mean, an offensive minded head coach that calls plays, like, that's their golden thing to do, is to go out, draft a quarterback and groom him into a Patrick Mahomes, a Joe Burrow, or whatever, you know? So, and sometimes it can be easier, because when you look at a Joe Burrow, you ain't have to groom him. Like, Joe Burrow was the number one pick, right? And like, you ain't have to groom him. So sometimes you just got to take a fall back, KOC, to get your boy. You know what I'm saying? Take a fall back, or just trade up. Trade up. Fuck it. Trade next year's first, trade this year's first, and go get him. You know what I'm saying? if you feel like if you feel like your quarterback's in this draft, like I'm gonna just keep it real. If you feel like he's in this draft, I think Anthony Richardson's probably gonna go. I think people are still gonna pick Bryce Young number one, but I think Anthony Richardson's probably gonna be the second one gone. I mean, long time rap. Max Dugan got that dog in him. Hey, appreciate you, Smack, man. Appreciate you tapping in. I ain't see you in a minute, man. I'm glad you in the building, though. I'm glad you in the building, man. Appreciate you, bro. Love you, dog. Hey, look, I'm gonna keep it like this. I told everybody, man, I ain't keep it too long, man. We just gonna talk, man. You missed the past couple Kirk episodes, which this one I wanted to just talk about, Kwesi and what we should do. Cause this is the thing, y'all. Like at the end of the day, what's up, Ryan? Appreciate you tapping in. At the end of the day, like you want to win a Super Bowl, man, you do that in free agency. I'm gonna keep it real. Like we can get excited about the draft and yeah, we can get some guys, but I'm gonna tell you right now, you want to go Super Bowl, man, March 15th. March 15th. All right, keep that date in mind because that's where you win a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just keep it real. Like they're gonna have to go ahead and handle Kirk's contract right off the rip. Like, don't even wait, bro, because that's gonna dictate what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying, like that's gonna dictate what we're gonna do. Because if we're gonna extend Kurt and he gonna make all this money, there's no need to even mess around in free agency. Why? Because next year you're just gonna have a problem and you're just gonna have to release everybody because you ain't got enough. So if you sign these guys to 1-year deals, like they're gonna go because we ain't gonna have it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like we should make the decision this year. Let him play out his contract. Hey, maybe get a couple little free agents, but then next year we all in. Next year we all in, bro. We going. I don't give a damn. Even if we win 8 games and we got the 18th pick or the 17th pick or the 13th pick, man, you trade up. You trade up to the top, one of the top 3 picks like San Fran did. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the facts. For real. Like you trade up, bro. I think all of us in the building tonight, there's 18 of us, man. Y'all make sure hit that like button for sure, man. But look, I think all of us can agree that, and don't get me wrong, y'all know RAP. I'd rather move off this year, but we all can agree that Kirk's gonna play his last year. But it'll be good for the Vikings to show him, like, hey, we're just gonna let you play out your contract. Now, look, let's just say he takes us to the Super Bowl. Hey, we're gonna have to pay him. I mean, it is what it is. Like, we'll have to pay him then. I mean, like, then it'll put them in a situation where, like, okay, we got a quarterback that took us to the Super Bowl. We could probably get 3 more years out of him. Let's go ahead and sign him to a big 3-year, 4-year contract. Hey, but if he takes us to the Super Bowl, I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. You can sign him to a 10-year contract after that. I mean, I just want a ring. And I tell people that is my main goal, bro, as a Vikings fan. And that's why I started this shit. Like, I want to sue. I don't care, bro, about his stats. You know what I'm saying? I care about what's up here, and I feel like he don't got it up here to win no Super Bowl. That's a fact. He's not him, bro. Like, I mean, I just wish people would see that. And I know our family over here sees that, but there's people that don't see that. They look at the numbers, and it's like, bro, it's deeper than the numbers, man. It really is, bro. It's deeper than the numbers. Football, yeah, it's about numbers, but it's also deeper than that. You gotta have that dog in you, bro. I mean, let's see. 6 said it's about let's see. Hey, that's a good one right here, too, 6. Like, that's a fact, bro. They're still not going to pay him because they're going to pay JJ. And then after the Super Bowl, they got to pay this man. Yeah. That's a fact, too, though, man. And that's another thing. Even without the Super Bowl talk, right? Like, we still gotta pay JJ, right? Which I feel like the Vikings should do that this year and go ahead and let him know, like, hey, you're not going nowhere. You're gonna be a Viking for a long time. And then Chris, don't forget about Christian Darrisaw. Like, I know it's easy to forget about an offensive lineman, but bro, dog is about to get a bag. I'm telling you, he's about to get a bag too. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Why? Because he's going to be one of the top 3 left tackles in the NFL, and he's going to demand a bag. Like, his agent's rubbing his hands too. Like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, don't give Kirk too much of that money because we coming. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean that's just how it works. You know, Kirk's made enough money, man. He's made enough. If we win a Super Bowl with him, he's going to demand 200 plus million, and you ain't lying. He probably would. He probably would, man. For real. You know, Kirk's stingy as hell. That boy gonna want every dollar he can get. Oh, I just won a Super Bowl. Yeah, I'm gonna need about 70 million a year, guaranteed. Guaranteed. I want to take up like 60% of the cap. Fuck that. You know, he is a straight businessman, though. You're right. Like Kirk is a businessman. I agree. That's why I say, like, is it about the Super Bowl or is it just about how much money he can make? That's the main question. It's easy for him to sit on an interview and say, "Well, I want to bring a championship. I want to bring a championship to Minnesota." Who the hell ain't gonna say that? You know what I mean? Like we ain't even on the team and we say that. Shit, I want to bring a championship to Minnesota too. Fuck is you talking about? Like straight up. You ain't saying nothing we don't know. Like everybody gonna say that. I mean, but hey, you know what? Like I say this. I feel like if we do take a chance on a quarterback in the later rounds of this draft, we should still be excited about that. Because he needs some competition at least. And at least, bro. He at least needs somebody on his tail, like a young, hungry guy. That's at least like, hey man, I'm coming for your job, bro. Because you know what? These guys coming out of college, they see the vibes on Twitter and stuff about Kirk. They like, hey, boy, I ain't gonna lie, the fan base kind of leaning, to move off. It's my time to come in here and turn up. Like I'm telling you, like for real, them boy be tapped in. They be tapped in. Right when they get drafted here, all they gotta do is go to Vikings Twitter. They'll see the vibes. They're gonna be like, oh shit. Like, let's just say we draft DTR, right? They're gonna be like, DTR gonna be like, oh shit, they want that boy gone. Boy, don't let me get a chance to get in that game. He ain't getting his job back. I'm telling you. After that last check down, he's dead to me. And you wanna know what's crazy, Bob? Like, I went and watched that play over again. And you wanna know what? Like he didn't. Do you know? Like y'all go watch that play again, bro, in real time, right? Now that they've broke it down in slow motion and all that, go watch it again, bro. Do you know he didn't even look anywhere else, bro? This man literally hiked the ball and had his eyes on T.J. Hawkinson the whole time. He was just waiting for T.J. Hawkinson to break to throw the ball. Like he didn't even look at J.J. K. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, he didn't even look. He didn't even look. Like this man literally just one read college. Like this man literally just backed up and made the throw like he was at the combine, bro. Like seriously, like straight up, this man literally made a combine throw in the playoffs when your season's on the line. That's what he did. That's what he did. He could have easily audibled out. I know, Danny, but you know what? That would have been too much, man. He don't get paid enough to do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? See, y'all gonna turn this into a curb stomping, man. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all getting me started, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna throw the lokes on in a minute. Y'all know once I throw the lokes on, it's game time. Hey, shout out Skull Mafia, man. My Skull bro in the building, man. Hey, your hat on the way, my guy. Your hat is on the way, man. I appreciate the support. For real, man. Let me see it. Let me see. I missed somebody though, man. Let me see. K Forte. Let's see what K Forte say. The 40 times matter with the D lineman. There's a lot of mobile QBs that break, contain, and roll out. Someone running within a 4-4 or 4-5 would walk him down. I mean, I'm gonna put it like this, K Forte. Like, all right, I just feel like all of these guys are fast, right? But the thing is this: the time it takes to get up to a 4-4 type of speed though, like quickness is better because you got to be able to move quick, like acceleration. But you know what I'm saying? Like by the time these defensive tackles are getting up to a 4-4 or 4-5 speed, bro, like, oh, you not chasing down no quarter. That's like if he runs a 4-4, but you got Anthony Richardson that runs a 4-4, bro, you're not catching him. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter. It don't matter. I mean, like I'm saying, like, yeah, speed is good at the end of the day, but I'm just saying it's not that important. It's a show. You know what I mean? To me, it's entertainment. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, Aaron Donald ain't been fast as hell. I'm gonna tell you right now, that boy quickness off that line made the difference. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out my boy East Coast, man, with the $20 super chat, man. Appreciate my boy. Appreciate my boy in the building, man. Yeah, my boy East Coast in the building, man. Hey, look, I ordered a soundboard. I ordered a soundboard too, man. They said it's gonna be here tomorrow, but I know that's a cap because the mail don't even get delivered on Sunday. So they lying to me. But Monday, you're going down. You're going down. Oh yeah, I got you, Dante. I'm gonna send you one. Hey, I got you. You in there now. I'm gonna send you one now, man, for sure. Hey, send me your address. Send me your address on Twitter. Mail that thing on Monday, man. Send me your address on Twitter. I got you for sure, man. Appreciate you. Send me the Addy on Twitter, man. I'm gonna send it on Monday. Let's see. We have no chance for the big four, especially AR. He's gonna go number one. Hey, facts. I was thinking that same thing. Like, how you feel about that, Dante? I know you, but man, matter of fact, Dante, you free? You want to come on? You want to jump on with me real quick? Let me know if you want to jump on with me real quick, man, and talk about some of these quarterbacks and shit, man. I know Dante don't like AR. I know he think Anthony Richardson garbage. But shit, we'll see mine that. Cause hey, look here, when you tell a Vikings fan that, you tripping because we willing to take any chance we can get. You know what I'm saying? We willing to take any chance we can get, goddamn it. You telling us he trash, we don't believe you. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Vikings fan, we don't believe you. For real. You can tell us about any other position. When it comes to the quarterback, man, just tell us something good, man. Just tell us something good, man. We desperate as hell. We desperate as hell right now. And that's crazy. We desperate after winning 13 games. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Like for real. We desperate after winning 13 games, bro. Let's see. Can't believe. Oh, I'm eating. Give me like 10, bro. All right. Yeah, no rush, bro. Just let me know. Shit, just shoot me a little text or something, or just tell me. All right, I'm gonna send the link to you. Yeah, but damn, like I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Hold up, man. Let me see what this shit. Uh, hold up, y'all, real quick. Let me send this thing real quick to my boy. And I'm gonna be doing call-ins too. When I get my soundboard, man. We're gonna be doing call-in shows. Y'all can just call in and talk y'all shit real quick. We finna get lit. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Shit finna get lit. I'm gonna tell you. I got some shit finna pop, but we finna be turned up. I'm gonna tell you right now. Kirk ass gonna hear us. I want him to hear it. I'm gonna tell you right now. That's the main goal. I want him to tap in. I want him to tap in. I'm gonna tell him to his face. Hey, bro, it's time to go. Time to go. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, real quick. I can't see it. I can't see it. I can't see your comments right now. Hold up. All right. All right. But yeah, man, out of the quarterbacks at the bottom, man, y'all put down in the chat, man, who y'all think we should get. My boy Skull Mafia said DTR looks sneaky. Like I said, man, with DTR, I just think I'm gonna just say it again, man. I don't like repeat myself over and over again, but sometimes I don't give a damn. I just think it's throwing motion long, but like I say, I'm not the professional, so I don't know. I mean, maybe he is a savvy. I don't know. Maybe I need to find an LSU, UCLA fan and let them tell us. You know, I seen somebody today that was supposedly a Gators fan, and they said they're so glad that Anthony Richardson's leaving for the NFL because he was so trash. And I'm like, damn, bro, like already told you. Hold on, let me see. Already told you who I want. I want the guy from Kentucky, UCLA, or Fresno State. I ain't never seen the people from Fresno State. I ain't seen Sarah in the building. Uh-oh. Sarah about to get it popping. Y'all know when Sarah get in the building, man. We talking about goddamn Kirk. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Straight up. Y'all know what time it is. We got Eric in the building from New Mexico. Let's go. Skull, my brother. Let's see. Hendon Hooker would be a good QB for us. Yeah. And you know what's crazy? He was ranked number 5 on somebody's board, like as far as QBs go. He was ranked number 5. And he didn't even work out because he injured still. He ain't even do nothing in the combine. I think that's gonna hurt him. I think he gonna drop like a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, realistically, man, there's a couple guys that we can actually get realistically. I'm gonna keep it real, Vikings. Like, as excited we get about the Bryce Youngs, the ARs, the CJ Strouds, trust me, man, we're not getting any of those. All right. Unless we absolutely, unless Kevin O'Connell and Kwesi say, man, we're trading the farm. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna trade Kirk Cousins. You know, we're trading up our first round pick, next year's first round pick, maybe 2025's first round pick. Like, that's the only way that we're gonna get one of those guys. But I'm gonna tell you a couple guys. We got DTR, we got Hendon Hooker, we got Jaren Hall, which I like him from BYU. Shout out to Al for saying that. You know what I'm saying? I like him. We got Cam Ward. I went and watched, somebody mentioned Cam Ward on the last live. I went and watched him, man, the dude from Washington State. If you haven't watched him, I mean, obviously his name, I guess he's entering the draft. I would think so. But he just popular. But you know what? It was something about his film though. Like, I mean, he definitely is mobile. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's mobile, but I don't know. He definitely would be a project. But you know what? We're gonna have to get a project quarterback. It just is what it is. Now, part of me is, man, I'm tired of projects. Like, as Viking fans, like, we're tired of projects because it turns into we get a project, and then, you know, once it's time, we go and sign a veteran. You know, once it's time for Kirk to move off of Kirk for real, we go and sign, you know, Mac Jones, and he done been in the league 6 years at the time. Once we're done with Kirk, you know, and it's like no, you know what I'm saying, like, I want our own guy, man. Let's get a guy that's a Viking from the get go, man, from April. You know what I mean? All he know is purple and gold. Fuck all that, man. I'm tired of taking everybody else trash. You know what I'm saying? You just got to check out quarterback 100 list, not the quarterback 52 list. Okay. Yeah. 6. You heard the Cam Ward. Cam Ward seemed pretty decent. Hey, y'all go check out Cam Ward if you ain't watch, bro. Like, Cam Ward, he seemed pretty decent. He seemed like a decent player. I ain't gonna cap. I don't know the guy from Fresno though. Kentucky, we're not getting Will Levis. That's another 6 that I meant to say. We're not getting Will Levis. And they said Kevin O'Connell loves Will Levis, but we're not getting him. He's going at all of the main quarterbacks are going to go within the top 6 picks, or yeah, around, well, at least 10, because I know the Raiders and the Panthers, I think they're around 8 and 9 or something like that. So yeah, they're going. Ain't no quarterbacks making it past, not them 4, not them 4. You know what I'm saying, they not. Get ripping from Denver. Come on, Bob, man. Bob. Come on, Bob. You know, you my boy, man. Come on, man. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that, man. I don't want no Denver backup. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather roll with Mullins. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real. I'd rather roll with Mullins, Bob. Like, let's keep it 100 here. Like, Mullins would be just the same as keeping ripping. And we know Mullins got a little dog in him. You know what I mean? Like, the thing is this: we want a new quarterback, but we also want to make sure that we're making a move of trying, at least moving forward a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But hey, look, if we do get a guy like Rippin, like you said, and we wind up only winning 5, 6 games, guess what? I'm gonna keep saying it. Caleb Williams, here we come. You know what I'm saying? Caleb Williams, here we come. See, this is the thing. I'm willing to sit back and lose for a year, bro. Like, as Vikings fans, man, we have to understand that it's okay if we got to sit back for a year. It's okay. I'm telling you, it's okay, man. We've been waiting this long. You know what I mean? Like, we've been waiting this long. Why are we so impatient, man? We've been waiting this long, and guess what? We've been winning 8, 9 games a season for the past damn near 7, 8 years, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, at the end of the day, if we know we ain't gonna make the Super Bowl with goddamn with Kirk Cousins, man, let's make the damn toilet bowl at least 1 year. Let's make the damn toilet bowl at least 1 year. I mean, because guess what? When you make the toilet bowl, guess what happens? A time like right now, when all these trash teams are sitting here drooling over all these quarterbacks, you know what I mean, that are just looking so good at the combine and they rubbing their hands. We never in that party. Why? Because we always win enough games. Like just like Kwesi said, he's always good. He's good enough. He's good enough to keep us out of draft position to get his replacement. Like he's good enough for that, but he isn't good enough to get you to the Super Bowl though. That's the problem. 10 wins crashes your draft every time. It does, bruh. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like the way the NFL set up, like it's almost beneficial, like if you do need a quarterback or something, like you need a quarterback or something, it's almost beneficial to just crash out. It's almost beneficial, bro. I mean, and it's been happening a lot lately. Like I can say this, the past 4 years or so, like the past 4 years, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Like most teams that crashed out and got that quarterback, bro, it benefited them. You know what I'm saying? It benefited Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, which they didn't have to crash out for him because they got him in the second round, but still, you know what I'm saying? Josh Allen's, goddamn, must we continue, man? Kyler Murray. Now, I know some people feel like Kyler Murray is trash because he played a video game, but no, Kyler Murray's a good quarterback, bro. He might be immature, but as far as like playing football, he can play football. I mean, I'm not trying to hear none of that. Like Kyler Murray can play football, bro. Straight up. Let's see. Eric, do we really believe Kirk can get us to the Super Bowl even after this? Hell no. I never believe he can get us to the Super Bowl when we signed him in 2018. I never believe that. I ain't never, man, listen. When Kirk Cousins played for Washington, he ain't show me not a damn one lick of him being a Super Bowl type quarterback. Like, what did he show us in Washington? And people want to blame the team. Well, it's Washington and this, that. Hey, Joe Burrow went to the Bengals. He went to the Bengals. They made it to the Super Bowl. What's the difference between Washington and the Bengals? I mean, oh, well, they drafted better. And I'm not, you know what? Once we start getting past 2 excuses, I'm not arguing no more. I mean, like, and once we got to come up with 2 excuses, the conversation's over with. Like, straight up. Let me add my boy, man. We're going to add Dante in the building, man.
What up, bro?
What's happening, man?
You already know.
Know what I'm saying?
Hey, my boy. Hey, let's go. My boy got me in the soundboard. Let's
got you on the soundboard, dog.
Hey, look, I know you ain't wearing a Green Bay hat, though, man. Come on, Dante, man. Man, you got to change the hat.
Yo, hold on. I got you, bro. Hold on,
I got to take you off the stream, man. We got to take him off the stream. Dante done lost his damn mind. Man. Lamar Jackson to the commies. Yeah. I think Lamar Jackson is going to the commies. There we go. All right. now we rocking. Now we rocking. Yes, sir. Yeah. But, man, how you feeling, man? I know y'all been working hard over there, man. Shit, doing a lot of breakdown, man. I've been tapped in as much as I can, man. For sure, man.
I know you do, man.
I know, hey, and I'm gonna tell the chat right now, man. If y'all want to know anything about college players and breakdowns, man, y'all make sure y'all go to ECG. You know what I'm saying? East Coast Gridiron on YouTube, man. Hey, this is family right here, the Purple Pocket. You feel me? We all one. I mean, like he the truth, man.
Hey, man, let me just put it out there. I like football in general. Like, bro, do they not know about the jersey collection, bro?
Yeah.
I got so many like they're right here on the floor right now, bro.
He's not a Packers fan. He's not a Packers fan.
I just like certain players, and then when I rock with a jersey, I just buy the hat of the team, bro. I anywhere, any jersey or any place I go, college, NFL, I always buy the jersey of the opposing team if they're not playing my team. I'm a Jaguar.
I gotta hold the gang back. Y'all let up on him. Y'all let up on him, man.
Don't shoot. Hey, I mean, like, check it out. This is what Terry McLaurin right here.
Yeah.
This is my team. Got Trevor Lawrence right there.
He actually a Jags fan. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on. For y'all Cowboys fans, CD Lamb.
There you go.
Hold on. What's this? Minka Fitzpatrick from the Steelers.
I'm telling you, boy.
Bro, my jersey collection is immaculate. Hey, yo, I just got a Chris Olave and Drake London jersey today. My
There you go.
wife picked them up for me.
There you go, man. My boy Jersey game on fire, boy.
Yeah, bro. I got the Adam Thielen in the room.
I already know. I remember when you bought that shit. I remember when you bought that. We wore that on stream for sure, man. Yeah, man. And I was telling, man, I gotta tell him a funny story. Like, so Dante, man, they started the damn XFL thing, and I was all in at first, man. I'm like, man, I'm finna rock out with my boy. Like, hey, I'm gonna try to get into it. And I just couldn't find time, man. Like, I couldn't find time to watch the games while I was at work. And I'm just like, man, I'm gonna be lost. Hey, my boy Dante sent me an email like a GM, boy. That boy said, hey, we're gonna have to continue without you. I'm like, boy, hey, that boy hurt my heart, man.
Nah, man. You know, I just like to keep it professional, man.
Hey, for sure,
ain't no hurt feelings, bro.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
You know it's all love, man. Shit,
yeah,
for
man.
sure, man. But yeah, man, so let us know, man. Shout out my boy D Lindstrom, man. I told you he was going live tonight. I'm glad you was able to tap in, D. But man, how you feel about some of the quarterbacks, like realistically for the Vikings to take? Because let's leave out like Anthony Richardson, which I know you're not really too fond on him.
Can I defend Anthony Richardson?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So we always watch tape. Like, this is the time that like almost every other night, if you come to our channel, you know, you guys ain't got to subscribe or not. That's
man, you gotta subscribe. What the hell are you talking about? You got to subscribe.
But almost every other night, I get with my crew or some of us or by myself, and I just watch film, because I usually do it by myself anyways throughout the season. But this is the time where I'm like, all right, maybe some people that don't know can get some insight on the games that we have watched. And then what I do is I pick out 2 games that I think statistically they were pretty good at, because how I evaluate any type of player, especially quarterbacks, is like your bad game statistically, I should still be able to see something of note more than your really good game. Like, I should be able to see those flashes of like, oh, did he get out of trouble, or how does he come back from adversity, things like that. So we kind of did the 2.0 of Will Levis because we watched him last year, and I was like, I only saw 3 games of his, so I was like, let me just go back and refresh my memory. Dude, that dude's trash. But one of the quarterbacks that I didn't necessarily say Anthony Richardson was trash. I just wasn't high on him. I just thought he was very vanilla.
Right.
Let me tell you, man, there was a couple things that I was like, wow. And I went and did some research. Florida had like one of the lowest drop percentages as far as their wide receivers in the country. Their defense was not good. So, of course, him practicing against a really terrible defense doesn't help. But intermediately, he did really good in the passing game. Those long balls. And I don't know if you ever heard me say this, Rap, just from me coaching and playing quarterback.
Yeah.
This is one thing that I always tell guys. And I coached this one guy at one point because he had the same problem AR had. He was just overthrowing. I said, I can teach you how to take some of the heat off. What I can't teach you is arm strength if you're throwing it short. Will Levis is the total opposite than Anthony Richardson. And one thing I came away last night, I was like, all right, Anthony Richardson, I'll give him a C+ when he played Kentucky. Then we watched Will Levis, and I'm like, this dude is just not good. You can't teach guys between the ears. You know what I'm saying? You either have it or you don't. And Will Levis has the physical tools. This is what I told the guys last night. I said, when you see him, he's like, he's good here, he's good here, and he's good here.
Yeah.
But as soon as that ball comes out, ooh, he might not have made the right decision. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you look at like Tom Brady, for example, never had like the best physical traits ever, but he was smart between the ears, and that's what got him through. And one thing about Division I quarterbacks that play at really good schools, like Tom Brady for Michigan at one, I'll just use him as an example. If you're starting for a team, you got the physical traits and some compatibility.
Right.
Now, in between the ears, your brain, how you think about football, that's something totally different. If you're not being taught that or you're not learning that, that's one thing. So going back over to Anthony Richardson, his stance in the pocket was real stiff. I mean, he was straight up throwing like this, and his throwing motion, I never like to see guys like wind up like this, and that's how he used to throw. He had fixed that. Well, and didn't fix it totally, but the way that he was throwing today, I can tell that he's working with somebody to get all of that right. He was a little wider in his stance. The ball was coming out a little quicker, and almost on every single one of his deep balls today were on the money.
Yeah, except for one, I think. I think there was one.
Yeah, but I think he's still getting comfortable, so I'm not going to hold his feet at the fire for that.
Yeah, because CJ Stroud missed one too, and he's supposed to have the best fundamentals of all of them, right? So
I'll
far, is
tell
that
you.
what people are saying?
Yeah, well, we didn't see Bryce Young throw, but I don't think he has anything to prove.
Is he gonna throw? Is Bryce Young gonna throw, or he's just no? He ain't doing.
He just wanted to do the interview process to see how that was gonna go.
Word.
But he's definitely like, I mean, it's like Bryce Young and everybody else when I evaluate quarterbacks. Stetson Bennett had a really good day.
Okay.
I think he's an underdog in this class. The guy that you were talking about from Fresno State, I've been high on him. I mean, if you go back many moons ago, I was talking about Jake Haener. I'm a big Jake Haener fan. He actually won the MVP at the Senior Bowl.
Okay.
But Anthony Richardson, man, I've kind of, I don't want to say I turned a new leaf, but I like the things that I've seen today, and I can see why people are infatuated. And another thing I'll tell you is if you're looking for a quarterback who doesn't think run first, I don't think that's necessarily in his brain. I think he tries to make a good play from the tape that I've watched on him. We're gonna watch more tape on him because I'm very intrigued now to see how like his whole season went. I'll probably watch all 12 games that he played in, but the game against Kentucky specifically, he was trying to make it happen in the pocket. He's not first read. He'll try to go through his progressions. His offensive line was okay. So, but yeah, I mean, I just wanted to get that out the way. Like Anthony Richardson, I understand why people want him to be a top 10 pick, but I think this clash is just so anemic because you just don't know. There's not short bets.
Do you think he is going to be a top 10 pick?
He'll be this. This is my prediction. When Bryce Young goes, he might be number 2.
Yeah. I was thinking that same thing. I think he's gonna go be the second quarterback.
We're gonna digitally high five each other. That shit.
Yeah, I think Bryce Young going to the Texans off top. I just think the Texans. I think the Texans and Bryce Young. That just sounds like the move. Like honestly,
you know what I did? You know what I heard today?
What's that?
And I called this shit if it happens. Rap. I want everybody to know here. Go to my channel. I called this shit. I think the Bears are going to try to trade Justin Fields for sure. They brought Bryce Young in and had nothing but good things to say about him. And
they interviewed him?
Yes. And they asked him today. They had like a dartboard in there, and he was throwing darts with them today during his interview.
Oh, wow.
Come on, bro. Like they're thinking about, but if you think about it, here's what I would do as the Bears, right? And I know they're in your division, and this would be scary if they do this shit.
Yeah,
I would try to get as many first-round picks for Justin Fields, and people might think I'm crazy, but think about this. Bryce Young comes up there, you taking a gamble and thinking that he's, obviously the number 1 quarterback. He's got a lot of weight on his shoulders. But then you bring somebody in with him, Will Anderson, to be your number 1 edge rusher too. You automatically fill 2 voids right there. I would trade with the Texans, and here's why. Brandon Cooks this year said he didn't want to be with the Texans, but he's come out and said that he'd rather play for DeMeco Ryans. But what do they need? A wide receiver, a veteran wide receiver that's good.
Yeah.
Do a trade package, get Justin Fields to the Texans. That takes care of their quarterback situation. You get Brandon Cooks out of there. You give him something that he wants. And you have a veteran wide receiver help Bryce Young out. And then you get Will Anderson, who's a generational talent too.
That sounds like the move.
Yeah. It's to me, a lot of people are like, what? I'm like, you're going to say what if you're a Bears fan and if you're a Justin Fields fan, but realistically as the GM, if that shit works out.
Bro, I think Bears fans would probably be excited about that. And Texans, like both teams would literally win. You know what I mean? Because the Texans would be intrigued too. Like, damn, we got Justin Fields. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, he's better than what we have.
And if it both works out for them, it's a win-win situation for both teams. But then if it doesn't work out for the Texans, if they decide to do that, then the Bears win if Bryce Young is good. You see what I'm saying? It's like, it's almost like a, no-lose situation for the Bears, because if Bryce Young doesn't pan out, Will Anderson most likely is, and you get Brandon Cooks to help out, and then you can't say that we didn't try to put weapons around
and I mean, to be honest, and I know they had a thing where Justin Fields was saying he don't like playing in the cold and stuff, so he was saying some spicy stuff in the offseason during the Super Bowl.
Did you see when he got drafted? He didn't want to get drafted to the Bears.
Yeah, like, so there's I mean, they might look at that already, because he actually brought it back up during the Super Bowl interviews and shit when they were talking to him about he don't like being in the cold and stuff. So I mean, the organization probably looking like, damn, like, man, don't even want to play like in the cold. Like, we in Chicago, bro. Like, that's something. If it's in your head already, if a GM really looks deep into it, like, he already has the weather in his head, like before the game even starts. Like, that could be an issue. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
heard something today about Bryce Young said he wouldn't want to play for Chicago either. But I know a lot of times there just be these little rumors going around during these interviews and stuff. I didn't see him say it out his own mouth, so you just never know.
I think so. You got to think about it like this too. Out of CJ Stroud and Bryce Young, they're both California kids.
Yeah.
So then you have a California kid that went to Alabama that's played, and this is a factor. I don't care what anybody says because I see it time and time again happen. And if you guys in the comment section haven't paid attention to it before, pay attention to it right now, as I'm telling you, because it's a trend. Warm weather kids usually do not pan out very well in cold weather situations like Green Bay, except for Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is a California guy and thrived in Green Bay. But I think because he, was sitting under Brett Favre for a while. But the guys that come out early and start early that have been warm weather guys the whole time, they don't pan out too well. This is why I'm going to tell you right now, Sam Hartman that transferred from Wake Forest to Notre Dame did the best career move he could have ever done. And that kid, he's probably going to be the number 1 pick next year. Mark my words. If he ends up panning out. But so here's the thing about CJ Stroud, who would makes it interesting about the Bears too. CJ Stroud played at Ohio State, and it gets cold in Ohio. So would you rather take a gamble on a guy that was a warm weather person, went to Ohio, California kid to Ohio, played there his whole career, and then you drafted to the Bears, and he's not small. He had a really good, CJ Stroud's ceiling, I think, is still, he hasn't met it yet.
Right.
So if I was the Bears, I'd be like, let's just draft CJ Stroud because of all the positives and all the upside. But if we go Bryce Young, then you got to worry about the size. You got to worry about him playing in cold weather.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. So I think the Bears either are going to stick with Justin Fields and draft CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
And then best case scenario for Bryce Young, he just stays down there in a warm weather situations. But that's a factor, man. A lot of people don't give him credit.
For sure, man. Real quick, man. Let's see D, and we'll talk about DTR. Skull Mafia. I got you. I'll ask him because I got an opinion on DTR, but maybe like I said, I'm not a scout or anything. Y'all know how RAP Rock. I actually go to East Coast Gridiron to learn certain things, bro. I've been told y'all that, so what I'm saying, like I'm learning. I'm still learning in the process. I want to get big into it. I'm gonna watch a lot more college next year. But I do know how to watch film. I played football damn near my whole life too in high school as a DB. So like I know how to watch film and all that good stuff. But I just didn't get into it that much this year. But I'm gonna start getting into it more. And when I did watch DTR, his throwing motion seemed a little long, and it reminded me of, it's like real high, and it reminded me of Kellen Mond. You know what I mean? I think that's.
I actually think he throws it a little bit too low. I think he throws it
low.
I think he throws it down here.
Okay.
Like anything that's not above the shoulder, I think he's like parallel with the shoulder when he throws because it comes out real quick. It's like real snappy.
I need to go watch him a little more too. You know what I mean? Like I just watched maybe
I like DTR, man. I told you he's my number 5 quarterback in my top 5 quarterbacks.
For real? Oh, so you think he up there in the top 5 for you?
I have him over Anthony Richardson.
What? Okay. And he's a guy that you can probably get in like the 4th, 5th round.
His problem is, and what he's going to get the most knock for is that he turns the ball over a lot. But I'm sure if you go watch his tape, or if I put a highlight video together of how much of a dog he is, that I tell you what, UCLA was always in the game because of him.
Right.
And the turnovers, he tried to account for every turnover that he had. And sometimes it ended up being their downfall.
Right.
But he tried to capitalize on every time he made a mistake. And I think that's what, when I watched him, I'm like, he gonna get it done on the legs, or he gonna get it done with, with his arm. Right. He's got a bigger arm than what people give him credit for too. Jake Bobo, who's his wide receiver, he was in the combine today. Big tall white kid. He's really good too. So, but I think he's one of those guys that you have to let him sit behind somebody that's similar to him. Like if he went to the Ravens or went to wherever Lamar Jackson is going to go, if he's not with the Ravens, if he sat behind somebody like Lamar for a little bit,
right,
and learned how to play the position a little bit better, I think he has a better arm than Lamar, to be completely honest with you. As far as like the intermediate game, Lamar's got a big arm down the field, just like Michael Vick. Michael Vick was the same way.
Right.
But I like DTR. I mean, yes, there are negatives with them, but you got to keep. These are a lot of COVID guys too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
playing
that's
half a
true too. Yeah, nobody really
season.
thought about that. You're right about that.
So they
These are
play
like
half a season only to be a year older, which
right,
is kind of
exactly,
unfair. So a
exactly.
lot of
Yeah.
people are very critical of like Jaron Hall is pretty old.
Like, there's a lot of
Will
you know
Levis.
what? I've noticed that. I've noticed that this draft, like everybody's bringing up like ages. You know what I mean? Like we were talking about because I was tapped in with your on your channel a little earlier when it was y'all and y'all were talking about Max Dugan and
Mhm.
saying how like why is he not in any conversation? And I was listening to y'all for a little while, man, while I was eating earlier, but like
Yeah, I can
tell
let
the
your
people.
audience know
Yeah,
what I was talking about.
tell the people in the building, man, like what, because I was talking about him earlier, and I'm like, yo, like this man took his team to the national championship, right? Because didn't they play Georgia? Was that the
So
national
Max
championship or they
Duggan
lost?
wasn't. Yeah, he went to national championship. They got completely smashed.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I remember
But
that.
here's the thing about Max Duggan. And when I did my initial grade on Max Duggan, I have him as an A- quarterback coming to this draft. Not only did he win the award. I mean, awards only mean so much, right? Whatever. But he won
Right.
the best quarterback in the country. You take Max Duggan away from TCU,
Yeah.
they lose at least 4 or 5 games. He's a dog, man. And when I
Yeah.
said about DTR, he's a better version of DTR. His arm's a lot better. He's a bigger kid, so you're
But
not
he's
worried about
28
size.
though. Like he's 28. I was like, he's
No, he's not
28. Is
20.
he 28?
No, he's not 28.
Somebody in the comments said he was 28. I'm like, 20. How the hell you playing college football at 28? Ain't no
He's
damn way.
21 years old.
Oh, he's only 21?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fact, man. Six. I think that was you, Six, who said, or somebody, man. It might have been. It might not have been you,
He's a
Six. I'll go
21-year-old
back and I'm gonna
senior.
go back and fact check whoever said he was 28. Man, hold
So
on.
he wasn't even a starter for this team to start out. He
Oh
was not the
wow.
starter for TCU. Came in and took this whole team to the national championship. TCU's run, we weren't here. Here's the thing right here. Quentin Johnston, what is he known as? One of the best receivers in his class. Some people have him number 1. Quentin Johnston's not Quentin Johnston without Max Duggan. That's
Yeah,
just straight facts.
exactly.
The other thing, the kid Tomlinson, he played cornerback. He won the Jim Thorpe Award for the best DB in the country. He's a dog too. I need to watch more tape on him. But those 2 players are impact players, supposedly, when you look at big boards and what TCU had is like good players, plus the other Darius Davis, who was their kick returner and wide receiver. He's in this draft too. So you got all kinds of impact players. But why does everybody always talk about Max Duggan? When you hear his name, you think of TCU.
Well, why is nobody? I'm wondering why nobody's really talking about him like in this whole draft and all that, saying that he's a in the first round or even They're not. They're not even saying he's a possible first round. Like, oh, Minnesota Sports Star, you said he's 28, so you got it wrong. Unless you were talking about somebody else at the time, but I know we were talking about Max Duggan at the time, and you said he's 28, so he only
Nah,
21. Like, come on, man.
there's nobody that's 28 playing in the league
Yeah,
right
because
now.
I that had me tripping too. I'm like 28. How the hell he 28? How the hell he 28? Goddamn, in college football, man. That shit don't make no sense. I know you can redshirt, but goddamn.
Yeah, because a lot of people are. If you're 28, that means you got medical redshirted about 3 times. You got normal redshirted at the beginning of your career, and you possibly took some time
That
off.
boy out there, he them boy
He got some.
daddy out there.
He got some FMLA time
He out
as
there
well.
handing out spankings and shit when they do the wrong play, boy. Like straight up. Like, what's happening,
Yeah.
Eli, man? What's happening with you, Eli, man? We getting some good knowledge right now from our boy Dante, man, from East Coast Gridiron. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pin his stuff in the most of y'all probably already subscribed because most of y'all probably seen him before.
Yeah, I see a bunch of y'all in
Yeah,
my comment section, so I appreciate you guys.
there's a bunch of regulars, man. You know how the family rock over here, man. But you know what, man? Like let's talk about, so we did DTR and AR-15. I know you said you're kind of gonna watch more film on him, but he's turning a little bit on you, like where you're starting to like him a little more at least. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
he turned a new leaf with me today by the things that he improved on. Cause go watch his body during this season and watch his body making throws and stuff today.
Right.
He he's I think he's one of the, not only does he interview really, really well,
Mhm.
and I watched several of those too, and you've already heard that he was probably the best interview quarterback this week. Um, but I think he's taking it seriously. I think he's trying to be humble about the top 10 pick everybody's been saying about him. Like, you're gonna be top 10. I think he's trying to humble himself, but um I just don't know what team he would fit well with.
Right. Hey, I pinned East Coast Gridiron, man, in the comments. So y'all make sure y'all go
Appreciate you.
subscribe to that channel if y'all haven't already, man. Y'all want to know about college players, man, and the XFL too. They're actually doing real big things with the XFL. They're one of the first pages that actually like Dante's company is probably one of the first ones that's getting into it heavy and really doing their thing, man. So it's fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was trying to be a part of it, but I just ain't good enough, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't good enough, man. I got, I told Dante, I said, man, my main focus is getting Kirk Cousins out of Minnesota. Like that's my mission right now. So I ain't got time for nothing else but to do that. You know what I mean? Like I'm getting Kirk Cousins' ass the hell up out of here, man. And that's the thing we can ask Dante about right now. Cause you know what?
Mhm.
Dante had Kirk ranked very high going into last season. And you know what? He actually did his thing. And it's not
he
the
was
stats.
number 13 or 14 on my list.
Yeah,
On my
like
top
it's
30.
not the stats that us Vikings fans are like, trying to fight against. It's not the stats. We just think like how you said earlier with Will Levis, like up here in between, and Kirk's actually a smart quarterback, but I just think when it comes to being able to elevate your team and make them better and really take, grab your nuts, man, and just say, you know what, I'm going to win this game, this important game, not just week 7, week 8. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
so and so how do you feel? Like, do you feel like dang, Kirk, do you feel like Kirk Cousins should be our quarterback and we should ride it with him for a couple more years, like extend him 3 more years? Like, how you feel about that?
Kirk's situation is weird, right? Because he's got this history of not showing up in primetime games. Everybody knows no prime time for Kirk. That's what the big joke is. Kirk don't shine in primetime. Um, I think he's the easy scapegoat, right? And I'm
Yeah.
gonna defend Kirk just a little bit here. I think he's the easy scapegoat for how
Uh-oh,
bad.
you might get attacked.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like statistically, he's putting up numbers. So I don't
Right,
know how much you can
right,
say he's a bad quarterback. But what about the
right.
last 3 games that Justin Jefferson absolutely just didn't show up in? You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? So we got to call a ball, a strike, or what about the defense just sucking all year long? Like
fact.
I told you, remember I told you the secondary is a problem. What was that? What's that dude's name? Cam Bynum.
Yeah, Cam Bynum.
Like
Yeah,
this all year long, bro. You
yeah,
like leave my boy Cam alone, and then he was selling. He was
yeah. He
selling.
was. I kind of look like Cam Bynum tonight too, man. I'm like, damn. Me and that boy looking at my eyes low, boy. Cam Bynum, man. You know what? Cam Bynum got to go.
Yeah. I mean, he's bad. I mean, it just is what it is. But
Yeah,
I think he was just the easy. Every quarterback is going to be the easy scapegoat when they're not playing. And he is a product of everybody else having a really great quarterback, the Josh Allens and the Patrick Mahomes and all those guys that you're seeing flying around the field throw the ball.
yeah,
So I think everybody pumped the brakes a little bit because you have to give him a chance until the whole scapegoat thing goes away. And that's what the organization is looking at. Like, how do we do? Justin Jefferson had a great year. You had a statistically a pretty good year again. You've been consistent.
yeah.
Now, defense sucked. We addressed that. You guys got in Brian Flores. Uh, and then you got to go to Justin Jefferson. Like I said, last 3 games of the season, he didn't show up. So it's like,
But
where
let me ask you this, Dante. Like, when is it time, knowing that, like, some of the people in the comments are asking pretty much like, Kirk Cousins, we're not talking about like a 4 or 5 year quarterback. We're talking about a guy that's been in the league for 11 years, going on his 11th season or 12th
Mhm.
season. I think he's going on his 12th season, actually. And it's like, and when we signed him in 18, we had the number 1 defense going into that season.
Mhm.
19, we still had a top 10 defense, and yet he missed the playoffs on both of those years. Well, 19, we went to the playoffs and won the wild card game against the Saints, but 18, he missed the playoffs, and a winner and a win and get in game too in Chicago. You know what I mean? Last game of the season. And like, so what, I mean, when is it actually time? And especially considering his age too, because he's getting up there. So you extend Kirk Cousins for 3 more years. It actually account as 4 because he's already under contract for this coming up season. So like, do you think that's a smart move for the Vikings to do that though, knowing that he can be hitting his decline at any moment?
No, I mean, you guys started looking at his age too. I mean, that's the thing. For his whole career, though, like everybody's saying, his career's been decent. Say what you want. At the end of the
Right.
day, the thing that gets you into the Hall of Fame is numbers and championships. And sometimes numbers are just enough to do it. You know, nobody's sitting here saying. I think Kirk gets the Phillip Rivers treatment in reverse because Phillip Rivers never got the treatment of he never won, but Phillip Rivers statistically was the best quarterback that came out of that class, out of
Yeah.
him, Eli, and Ben. The thing
Right.
that Eli and Ben got over is what? Championships. So
Right.
nobody talks about Phil or like that. But you played, I played,
Right.
and I played quarterback, and I coached. So it's like at the end of the day, the quarterbacks, like I said, are the scapegoats, but I'll always look at it as a team sport, man. I'm sorry.
Right.
I have to. And as a team, you have to do the same thing. So when you look at Kirk's career and you look at it, you're like, well, damn, yeah, he was consistent. He had a pretty good quarterback. He had almost a not only award winning, but a record breaking wide receiver with the lackluster running game that you guys had. That's a lot of
Yeah.
pressure to put on one dude. So that's the only defense that I'm gonna do for Kirk, but I wouldn't extend him because
Right.
his line is like this.
Right.
He's flatlining in his career as far as numbers because they're
Right.
very similar year to year to year to year, and he hasn't made like a significant jump yet, and he's not getting any younger too. So I think if you give him this year to figure it out, if you don't see a change,
Yeah.
then next year's drafted quarterback is going to be really good too. And I think the league is just moving in a different way where, we talked about this before.
Yeah.
The athletic quarterback is going to reign.
You
It
need
just
an
is what it is.
improviser. Yeah, you just need
Yeah,
an
and
it's like, and people confuse it. Like when I say it sometimes, like I'm not saying he has to be a scrambler. Like, and everybody don't need to be Lamar Jackson. You just need an improviser like the Patrick Mahomes, and like well, Hurts he's like a runner, but what I mean, he can also throw the ball too. It's just about a guy that can, when plays break down, they can make things happen. Unscripted plays. You need that quarterback that can have unscripted plays, because that's even gonna benefit people like Justin Jefferson. Imagine if you can stretch the play out, if he's getting doubled for 2 or 3 more seconds because you're running around in the back, like he'll eventually break open. You know what I mean? These DBs can't hold up on him that long. So that's why that's a lot of film that's how Aaron Rodgers get all those spectacular plays. Is just off scripted, man. You know what I'm saying?
I think some of you guys in the comments are misconstruing what I'm saying. I'm not saying Kirk is not an issue. I'm saying as an organization, do you trade away somebody that's been statistically pretty good, top 15 every single year, and move on when you know that your defense has been a big problem? You know that your wide receiver didn't show up in the last 3 games. You know that you had Dalvin Cook, who's not been healthy. So you know that your offensive line has had injury issues this year. That's what I'm saying. It's like you can't.
But another thing too, Dante,
and they spend a lot of money on them too. So
that's what I was about to say. Another thing too, man. My Triple P family over here, bro. We all the way. Kirk is out of here. Like, so I expect my group over here to, anybody that's supporting Kirk Cousins. We gonna be respectful though, but at the end of the day, like we're fed up. You feel me? I'm gonna just keep it real. Like, we fed up with it. And the thing is this, like, that's another thing with the defense and all that. Like, where are we gonna get the money to get some of these good free agents? Because I always say this, man. I'm a firm believer is you win the Super Bowl in free agency. All right, like you can build a team in the draft, but I feel like Super Bowls are won in free agency. If you ask me, at least that's what it seemed like the past couple of years with what the Eagles
or
did.
at least getting pretty deep
at
in
least
the
getting
playoffs,
pretty close. Yeah, you know what I mean.
The Rams
like the Eagles,
and
the Rams,
Philadelphia. Yep.
Exactly. Now the Bengals, they pretty much built a team over 50 damn years, damn near, it seemed like, through drafting and shit. But even them, they went and got some good free agents.
3 safeties last year?
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Well,
why are we talking with safeties this year? I know you like the guy from Illinois, right? Sidney, didn't you do something on him? Sidney, what's his name? Sidney Brown or something?
Sidney Brown? I don't think I had Sidney Brown going to you guys, did I?
Okay, yeah, but I know we met with him at the combine. It's like, yo, why are we meeting with a safety, bro? Like,
I think I had the other kid from
you had Branch,
Alabama.
That's right. Yeah, you had
Brian Branch.
But it's like, why are we meeting with a safety, man? Like, like that. To me, like, if we go safety again in this draft, I don't give a damn. I'm gonna be mad because I feel like we should go free agent as a safety. There's some safeties out there that we can get in free agency, but we need to get the money. And that's another thing what Kirk's holding up. It's like, I feel like the amount he's getting paid isn't like, he's not overcoming and being able to lift the team and kind of make up for some of the imperfections we have. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the problem is. Like, he's making money, he's making the good money, but we're not able to go get this guy that can, maybe help the defense because he's taking up all the money. And I think that's where the problem is, man. Shout out Matt in the building, man. He say, what's crack-a-lack and rap? So What do you think about Caleb Murphy? This is a question for Dante because I don't even know
I
who the
don't
hell
even
that
know who
is.
Caleb Murphy is. You must be
Oh
talking
yeah,
about somebody different.
you gonna have to put us on point, Matt, for sure, because I don't even know who the
I
hell
don't.
Caleb Murphy is.
Yeah, the only Caleb Murphy I know plays basketball for DePaul.
Oh, okay, yeah. See
Yeah,
rap on the.
I think he means Miles Murphy.
Oh, okay, maybe. Danny said, "Thank you, Rob. What I say is that Kirk chose money over building his team, and a lot of people will compare him to, like saying like, well, Tom Brady after a couple years made the money, man. He started wanting the championships and kind of
Mhm.
realized like he realized the game and understood the whole game as a whole, and said, you know what? If I really want a Super Bowl, I need to be team friendly, man, and take and on top of his wife was a millionaire too. It was probably easier for him to say." To where Kirk's probably the sole provider. But you know what? That's neither
But
here nor there.
You got Joe Burrow that's coming out and saying, "I want to keep T Higgins, so I know I'm about to get extended. So whatever I got to do contract wise, I want to keep as many guys around."
Right. Right.
So I mean, eh, everybody's. I mean,
Everybody's different though.
we're sitting there playing comment section GM, but at the end of the
Yeah.
day,
Facts.
you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, you have to evaluate everything.
You
This
do.
is why these guys
Yeah.
are in positions and we're not. But I'm telling you that that's probably what they're doing, and why Kirk isn't just being put in a box truck and about to leave is because you guys had other glaring issues that was not Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
It was the defense was the number one issue. How do you guys have a top 10 offense and damn near 31-32 defense the whole
Yeah.
year? You
31.
know what I'm saying?
31. Yeah.
That's not a Kirk thing. That's a defense thing. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And
I agree with
you
that.
guys adjusted for that. So now instead of drafting 3 safeties this year, go out and sprinkle a little bit of that throughout the whole team and at least try. Like free agency is another thing that you can do. You can also talk, I mean, you can also talk to other players about what they want to do as far as
Yeah.
their contracts. A lot of people are giving more guaranteed money to free up cap space so they can extend other players that they want. I mean,
Right.
you guys can say like all day that Kirk Cousins doesn't have the dog in him and he doesn't. He's not clutch in games and stuff like that. Who knows? Again, it's a team sport at the end of the day. We're not. This is not me and Rat putting on boxing gloves and it's either me or him. It's
Right.
Kirk Cousins and the team when they lose. But
Yeah.
again, the little bias that everybody has for their team, and I'll tell you from the outside in, I didn't buy this Trevor Lawrence jersey. My
Yeah.
wife's sister did for Christmas.
Yeah.
Newsflash: I'm not a Trevor Lawrence fan, and I will not make an excuse for Trevor Lawrence for having 8 bad games out of the 17 this year, or 8 good games out of the 17 this year, and people think that he's him. He had 9 bad to mediocre games this year, and people are claiming that this dude is it. He's not. He really hasn't proven anything to me because he won 1 playoff game. Like,
Yeah.
but people don't watch Jaguars games like I do. I get it. I watch a lot of football,
Right.
so I was never a Trevor Lawrence fan, but when he's the poster child, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
say what you want. We're not going to put racism in it, but he's the white kid that's tall, got the blonde hair, that looks
Yeah.
good when he passes.
Yeah.
That team is sucked, and because he's on there winning games, of course, he's the new
That
best thing.
hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, that motherfucker got a head on him, boy. That boy
Yeah.
got a big ass head on him, boy. I'm
I
telling you
mean,
right
but
now.
it's the same thing. So I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat anybody, but I can't not evaluate Kirk's situation and say that it's all Kirk. But I
Right.
can honestly say when you're flatlining in stats, something does need to happen. And
Yeah.
but the one thing on Kirk is the money that he got. But
Yeah.
were you expecting him not? I mean, I forgot who had got paid that year, and they increased what quarterbacks got paid.
Yeah, like he pretty much started the guaranteed money thing. Like, and that's why the NFLPA loves him too. I mean, because he pretty much started that trend. We paid him 84 million guaranteed. You know what I
And
mean?
yeah, you can't compare everybody's situation to Tom Brady or Joe Burrow because not everybody's everybody. I mean,
Not everybody has that in their brain, like the championship, and that's what we question Kirk about, Dante. We say, what's more important, the name on the back of the jersey or the name on the front? You know what I mean? Because that at some point, you're 11-year veteran now. Like at some point, you got to make a decision. Like, do
I'll
you
spin it
really
on
want to
you.
win the championship?
I'll spin it on you though about that
Yeah,
because I got asked that before.
yeah,
I said both names equally mean as much to me, and you know why? Because my name on the back is going to help me perform and get to where I need to go and make sure that I have the best performances every game, which is going to be meaningful for the team with the name on the front. So if
right,
I'm playing my best, the team's going to play their best, or at least it won't be my fault or why we lose. So that would
right.
be my answer to that. Because a lot of people
Okay.
say that, what's more important? Well, both of them are important because if I care about how I'm going to perform, knowing that that name on the back means a lot more, the team is going to have nothing but positive repercussions out of the way that I play. You know what I'm saying? So that if I was getting interviewed for a team and they asked me that question, that's what I would tell
Yeah,
them.
but as fans though, most fans are gonna say, well, the name on the front though. You know what I mean? Because there's so many players where it's like, personally, for me as a fan, and
Yeah,
I'm
as a
sure for
personal
most,
question,
yeah,
yeah,
like
for the player, that's what it
now if
should
you're
be.
asking Kirk Cousins, then yeah, he would probably say an answer like that. Well, that's my legacy, and I wouldn't blame him because yeah, if there was a Perry on the back of the shirt of the jersey, and they ask me what's more important, I'm gonna be like, it's gonna be hard to say, well, shit. Hey, look here. That's
Hey,
my last name, motherfucker. You playing with like that shit important. You know what
hey,
I'm
Rad, let
saying?
me let me tell you this right here, bro.
Yeah.
If Kirk ends up, let's say that you guys end up trading Kirk this offseason,
To
right?
San Fran. Let's go. Talking into existence, man. Come on.
Yeah, okay. So you made a video about that about John Lynch. That's my boy. You already know I got
Yeah.
John Lynch stuff everywhere. That's my
Yeah. Let's
guy.
get it. Let's get it, man. Do you think they would be interested? Like, I mean, shit.
I don't,
Hey.
I don't really think so. But
Yeah.
that is interesting because it would help out Trey Lance. But how long is Trey Lance himself going to
No,
want to
we
sit
want
behind
Trey
somebody?
Lance. No, if we
Oh,
trade Kirk, Trey Lance
oh,
coming
that's
up.
right. That's right. You want Trey Lance.
Yeah.
So if Kirk goes there, bro, it's hard to say, man. It's very hard to say because John Lynch is going to do whatever he needs to do to get that team to the next level.
Yeah.
And let's think about it. I said this last year, and people thought I was crazy yet again because everybody was on the hype of the AFC West. I said the NFC West is the best division in football until proven otherwise. Here's why. How many times have the 49ers been in the Super Bowl like the last 12 years? Twice. How many times did the Seahawks go? Twice. The Cardinals had a 10-win season one time. Who else is in that division? So we got the Seahawks. Oh, the Rams just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Rams.
They went to the Super Bowl twice in the last 10 years. So tell me who's a better division right now?
Yeah,
San Francisco went back to the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
So, but if Kirk Cousins goes there, it would be hard pressed for me to say that they won't be the favorites because they're going to put weapons around them and that defense is going to be good, which is going to make it very interesting. Now, if they lose, it's definitely going to be because of him, because of the fact that they're not losing anybody this offseason, really. Brock Purdy took them all the way to an NFC Championship game. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, he got hurt, so we really can't say if they would end up in the Super Bowl or not. But if they end up in the same place and he can't get him over the hump, then it's a Kirk issue.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, it'll be way too much pressure for Kirk to know that he's going into San Francisco and he knows that it's Super Bowl or bust because there's a lot of people that believe like if Kirk went to San Francisco, like they're automatically winning the Super Bowl. And I disagree. I just feel like Kirk is not a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Though. I just don't care what you put around him.
So, but what if this happens though, Rep? So here's my question with the whole thing. Let's say he does get traded to the 49ers. Yeah. Let's say he goes to the Super Bowl and balls out. Let's say he had like 350, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Right.
Played out of his mind. Had like a 65% completion percentage.
Yeah.
Vikings fans will be like, I'm telling you, bro. And your comments,
we'll be mad.
Like, we should have kept Kirk. We should have just built our defense
it'll
up.
happen. It'll happen. You know what I mean? It'll happen.
Hindsight's
but
2020, but
I still would be okay with it. You know what I mean? I would be happy for Kirk, you know what I mean? Knowing that, hey, we're not the 49ers. And that we need to realize that, and we need to build our team like the Vikings should build their team. You know what I mean? Like, we're not the 49ers. So if that was to happen, yeah, we'd probably be salty, like, damn, this man went and won a Super Bowl with them. But I don't see him winning the Super Bowl. I don't think it would happen anyways. But still, yeah, if it did, you know what I mean? But I still feel like the Vikings need to focus on building the Vikings how we need to build them. And like, we've struggled now that Kirk's played out that guaranteed money contract and now we keep extending him. It's really putting stress on us being able to build a real team with a good defense. And I know last year was coaching, but we had a lot of talent on that team, on that defense. Like, there's no way we should have been 31st. I don't understand what happened. And we still squeaked out 13 wins, which was crazy. You know what I mean? And I don't think that's going to happen again next year. Like the season we had this past season, the shit we did coming back from 33 points and winning damn near 9 games within the last 5 minutes, 4 minutes of a game every fourth quarter. Like, I don't see that playing out again. You know, I think we really need to step on teams next year if we're going to win. And I don't think Kirk, man, I don't know, man. I think we just done with Kirk Dante. That's a fact. You know what I mean? That's just how we feel it, man. And I think Trey Lance, how do you feel about Trey Lance? Like, you think Trey Lance going to be decent or what?
Man, I've talked about this on my show too. Trey Lance always had a great supporting cast around him.
What you talking about in college?
And in North Dakota, he had one. He played one game before he got drafted,
Right.
then came here, and he looked okay in his first couple starts, and then he got hurt.
Yeah.
He's got that injury bug right now.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's hard to say with me, but I'll tell you the conversation got brought up with Trey Lance in our group because I'm a big Matt Corral fan. You know what? Let,
Matt
let's let's
Corral.
let's let's spin it like
Damn.
this. Let's spin it like this, Rap. I give you the perfect scenario because the Panthers are already ready to shot
I
for another
forgot about
quarterback.
Matt Corral. Yeah, that's
If you guys
crazy.
get Matt Corral,
Yeah.
that would solve all your issues right there. And you know how I feel about Matt Corral, bro. He's the most talented quarterback I scouted in a long time.
Damn, that's crazy. I forgot about him on the Panthers, bro. And they ain't
And
even
he got
talking
hurt
about
last
my
year.
boy.
He got hurt. And so you either trade for him, but what do you think about this idea? Who's the Rams backup quarterback?
Isn't it that dude that plays like wide receiver and shit? Like
Mm-mm.
that black
No.
dude? No?
Nah, it's Baker Mayfield.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I thought, yeah.
If you
that's
guys
right.
want somebody that's as elusive and can make plays, why don't you go after Baker
Man,
Mayfield?
hell no, Dante, man. Hell no.
So you rather have Kirk than Baker Mayfield?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like, look. I put it like this. If we can get Baker Mayfield for like a low number and we can go crazy in free agency, like getting, some of these top free agents, like, for example, Hargrave and stuff.
But you guys in your comment section, they want some dude that's gonna be able to make plays.
Yeah, but does he make
play?
But does Baker make plays though? Like that's the problem.
He does.
Like, I mean, he has, but I don't know, man. I mean, I like the Matt Corral idea a little better. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like the Matt Corral idea a little better.
I'll tell you what. If I was you, I would. They're trying to bring another quarterback there in Carolina.
Yeah,
he just came off of an injury. The perfect guy to step in place because you already know how I feel about Kellen Mond, but Kellen Mond's career went down the toilet once they drafted him, and then the whole coaching changed. So
yeah,
but I think he still should have got a shot. But you go and get Matt Corral, trade for him. As soon as Kirk does bad, watch Young Bull step up, bro.
Yeah,
and he solves all your issues. He's elusive. He can run if you really need him to.
Well, do you not think that Frank Wright might look at him in OTAs and stuff this season and be like, "Well, shit, we got our."
They
dude,
called
Matt
for Aaron
Corral?
Rodgers. They don't want Matt Corral there.
Damn, that's crazy.
That was Matt Rule's guy. Matt Rule gone.
Wow. Yeah.
Usually when coaches come in and it happened with you guys.
Except for us, because Kevin O'Connell loves Kirk, though. I mean, you said it happened with
I'm talking about Kellen Mond.
Yeah, but Kevin O'Connell. And that's another thing, too. Like, I just don't understand why Kevin O'Connell and Kwesi would want to tie, because I'm sure they signed about a 4-year contract. That's usually what coaches and GMs do, because they, you can't sign them to no 1 or 2 years. You got to give them at least 4. And it's like, why would you want to tie your whole like pretty much prove it time to Kirk Cousins that knows he has nothing on his resume that says he's a winner? I mean, I mean, obviously his stats are good, but he has the ultimate goal of winning, getting deep into the playoffs, being competitive. Because even the one time we did make it to the second round of the playoffs, Kirk had a horrible game against San Fran and we got dominated. You know what I'm saying? So like he has no proof that he can step up at any moment in a deep playoff run. So it's like, why would you want to tie your whole? I think they actually want to go pick their guy. And Kevin O'Connell, man, him being an offensive-minded head coach, you would think he would want to go get somebody and groom him and say, hey, I chose this guy, you know what I mean? And this is going to be the future star of the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, I think we're all okay with Kirk playing out his contract next year. Like, I think we're all in agreements that most likely he's going to be our quarterback going into next season, but don't extend him. You know what I mean? Because that's going to piss a lot of Vikings fans off. I mean, especially if you do a long extension like 3, because you can say, well, it's going to save us on the cap, but eventually we're going to have to pay Peter, man. You know what I mean? So it might help this year, but like once it's actually time that he's really too old to play, we're going to have to pay him all this money, all this dead money while we're trying to find our guy. And it just makes no sense to me, but that's why I'm not a GM though. So, I don't know.
Yeah. I give you 2 quarterbacks that I think are going to, I like that word revelation. That are going to have a revelation in mind.
Yeah.
The first one is Matt Corral. We talked about him a little bit. I think that he's going to surprise people.
Right.
And he might eventually be the starter with the Panthers. And I think um Caleb Murphy, bro, I've never heard of this guy before.
What, did somebody else say it? Oh yeah,
He's
Caleb Murphy is the all-time NCAA sack leader with 25. Small school guy. Oh, okay.
Caleb Murphy.
We gotta look him up. Yeah, small school guy. Okay, Forte. Shit, you putting us on somebody. I don't know. I ain't never heard of him, but Dante, I'll look into him. We'll see.
If he is a small school,
yeah, what school? Like what school though? Give us some more info though, Forte, so we can locate.
Because they really got to stand out, man. Like
yeah, because
Andre
small
Yoshivas
school,
and those
yeah, like
guys.
small schools, that also plays a part because you're playing small schools. Like it would be different if he was doing it in.
Because did he go to
big
a small school?
Yeah.
Was he highly recruited and went to a small school because of grades and he just beasting everybody? You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah, because if he's doing that at like San Antonio Tech or something, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, come on, man. You know
yeah, he was like a 4-star recruit that was supposed to go to Texas, but didn't have the grades and ended up going to bumfuck Egypt University.
I'm telling you,
like, and then had 30 sacks. Like, come on, bro. He's a grown man playing with little boys.
I'm telling you. So yeah, there has to be something there, Forte, for sure. Let us know something though, man. We'll look into him.
So
sure.
here's
I love looking at him. Go ahead.
Here's my second revelation.
Yeah.
I think, and Pete Carroll, I try to tell people, Pete Carroll, if he was still in college, we wouldn't be talking about Nick Saban.
Okay.
He would still be the number one dude at USC. He would have never let USC go in the toilet. And that's why he's so good at finding young talent like Russell Wilson and all of them. Yeah. And what's his name? Tyreek Woolen and all those guys.
I love Tyreek Woolen, man.
Yeah,
I wanted him so bad.
And Kenneth Walker, he's good at he's a college guy, so he's good at evaluating talent like that.
Right.
And I don't think he brings in players that are not worthy to be a starter one day. I think he's just really good at setting up guys like that. Drew Lock never got the love that he probably deserved in Denver. They had so many different people coming in and out. They didn't really believe in him, which kind of set him up for failure. So when you really look at his career, dude has an arm. He can launch it down the field.
Now we're talking about Lock, right?
Yeah. What do you think Pete Carroll's doing right now? He's getting Lock ready. You don't bring Geno Smith. You don't bring Geno Smith and Drew Lock in for no reason, bro. Because they were kind of like on par with each other.
But after the season Geno Smith had, you think he's gonna just take it away from him and go with Drew Lock?
If they let here's what it is. If they let Geno Smith walk, and Drew Lock comes in as the starter, and he has a pretty good season. I'm not saying Geno's season, but has a pretty good comparable season to Geno's.
Yeah.
I want everybody to come to East Coast Gridiron and say I was right.
Yeah. I know you had a video on Drew Lock comparing him to Drew Brees, I think, right?
Yeah, because of their career started out like a little rocky, kind of same situation, got shipped out, got under a better coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what if you guys got Drew Lock? Would you be mad about that?
I wouldn't be mad because I know it'd be temporary. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't be mad because I know it'd be temporary, and I know like eventually we got to draft. See, I think my main thing is we need to draft a quarterback that's like a top 5 in the nation coming into a draft. That's what I feel like. You know what I mean? Like whether and look, usually out of the top 5 QBs that come into the draft, like even this year with all these guys, like the chances of probably only one or two of them at most are going to actually be like somebody that we're going to be talking about 5 years from now, most likely. You know what I mean? I'm sure a couple of these guys are going to wind up being backups or wind up just not lasting long because they just never could figure it out. Because, the NFL, definitely there's a lot more than just having talent. You also got to just know the books, man. You got to in the NFL. It's a lot deeper than just being able to run a 4 or 5 and shit. But I just feel like we need to go after it and take a strike. The Vikings are not known to ever trade up and go get a guy, man. I don't think we've ever done it, to be real with you. So I just think it's time for us to join the party now and be one of those teams, especially after going, because we're known for always getting people's, seconds, shall I say, like Sam Bradford, you know what I'm saying, after he pretty much added tread to the tires. Kirk Cousins, for example, like it's like, when are we going to just go get our guy? You know what I mean? And say, hey, this is our guy. Just like, and we always compare ourselves to the Chiefs. Look, they won 11 games. And guess what they did? They still went up and got Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean? Right after having Alex Smith, which, I think Kirk might be a little better than Alex Smith, but Alex Smith definitely was winning 10 games a damn season, damn near with the Chiefs all the time. You know what I'm saying? And they still went and got their boy. So
I think what you guys need to do, and I know somebody asked this question, what should we do at quarterback? I think you keep Kirk, don't extend him. Let him get some of this money off the books because you guys already paid him, right? So
right.
no need to go backwards because you're not going to trade him this year unless somebody's like in a win now mode and they really believe in Kirk.
Right.
Which unfortunately for you guys, the guy that believes in Kirk the most is your head coach.
And
So
I think Kyle Shanahan likes him enough. He likes him enough. I think Kyle Shanahan likes him enough.
Yeah, I don't think
they're buddies.
Yeah, but I don't think you get away from the situation that you got with
for
the young
sure.
guys because they're gonna keep each other sharp, and then
for sure.
probably next year they might get rid of one of them if they feel like it. So they're in a good situation. I wouldn't necessarily say Kyle Shanahan's gonna ruin that chemistry there, but I will say with you guys, this is what I would do if I was Kwesi. Let's get one of these guys that's got enough there that can scare Kirk, which I would say. The guy that we were talking about earlier in Fresno State. No, not DTR. Get somebody that's very similar to Kirk, like Jake Haener.
Or Tyler or McKee. I know people were talking about McKee.
Stay away from Tanner McKee.
Okay.
Stay away from
I don't
him,
like
bro.
Tanner McKee at all. Like, especially I just
either.
think I don't want a pocket quarterback.
Let me tell you who's gonna stand out from Stanford. That boy Michael Wilson at wide receiver.
Yeah.
If he does good, and if Elijah Higgins, the other wide receiver, do good in the league, people are gonna be like, "What the hell was Tanner McKee doing?"
Yeah,
because they got so much talent. I've seen it firsthand. I watched a ton of Stanford games this year.
Yeah.
Love Michael Wilson too. He was at the Senior Bowl, bro. He was mossing people.
Mm.
Hey, that might be if you guys want to get a wide receiver, that might be one to look at. I think I was telling the guys earlier. I said I think Michael Wilson has the possibility of being the best wide receiver in the class that gets chosen in the 5th round.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, we hey, all of this on record, man. So we get to come back and watch these things when they turn out. You know what I mean? It feels good. You know what I mean? If it do turn out, we can come back to this video and say, "Hey, Dante called it."
Yeah,
called it. You know who I like, man. I'm a Tank Dell fan, man. I just think Tank Dell that boy.
He was a little slow today.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing too, man. I was saying that earlier. Listen, he runs a 4.5. Running a straight line 4.5. That's still pretty fast though. Even right, it's slow. It's slow to if you're trying to compare it to like people that are running 4.3s and shit. But
that's because people were hyping. But he's
quick
up his speed.
He's
that's
quick,
what happens.
Though. You know what I mean? And like I tell people, like me playing football, being a DB and all, like there's a difference between fast and quickness. You know what I mean? And like quickness. And another thing is too, Dante, how long can you consistently keep that speed after playing 3/4 of football, running routes and stuff? Stamina is a lot more important. Like, yeah, you might be able to run that fast right out the gate. But after 3/4 of football, are you blocking, running routes? Are you still consistently able to keep that speed up and be able to be quick? You know what I'm saying?
And all these guys are just a couple months removed from playing a full season of football.
Yeah,
like when I interviewed right before the interview with that I did with Riley Moss, the only white kid that played quarterback.
Yeah.
Riley was saying to me, he was like, man, I'm still battling through some injuries people don't know about. I'm still sore from the season. Like a lot of people don't know that. So even him that's still battling through soreness and stuff, he had told me I'm expected to run under a 4.3. He was at a 4.4 yesterday.
Yeah.
So it's like
Jalen Hyatt too. He didn't, what did he run, like a 4.4? I think he ran like a 4.42 or something.
Yeah, and the guys like Riley Moss and all of them, they've been through the East West Shrine Bowl, the Senior Bowl. Like, they haven't really taken a break off, so they're still sore.
Yeah.
This time now, over the next 2 weeks, is when they're really going to start healing because they're going to start getting to their pro days. So they're not going to take any of this contact. They're going to want to heal up a little bit before they get there. So we're really probably going to see like the best turning points for a lot of these players, like some of the 40 times increasing and things like that, because they're coming off of like being sore in the season. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. That's why I hate like how soon the combine is, like right after East West Shrine Bowl and the Senior Bowl and all this stuff. Like these dudes just had practice getting hit every single day, and y'all expect them to be on their best behavior.
Right. Yeah.
See,
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like Nolan Smith ran a 4.3.
Yeah.
But the dude was injured and had a pectoral muscle, and he was out for the whole season, so he didn't really get dinged up like that.
So my thing, I was saying this too, man. Like, how you feel about this? Because we probably feel different about this. Because like I know athleticism, obviously, all that matters, right? But to me, like when you have linebackers like running 4.3s or 4.4s, or even defensive tackles that run 4.5s, and you can consider that super fast for a D tackle. Like to
Mhm.
me, it's almost like, bro, if my defensive tackle has to run a 4.5, bro, that means he's chasing somebody and he'll never gonna get up to that speed. And if he does, we got an issue on the backside of our defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's good to show off, like, okay, they're quick. That just means they're built very well. But I mean, you can't really put too much. You can't put too much of your eggs in that basket of, oh, this defensive tackle can run a 4.5, because it's more about quickness. It's more about how fast does he get off the snap. You know what I mean? Because that's what's gonna matter.
Well, let me
Yeah,
let me tell you a perfect example of what you're saying.
yeah,
And I mentioned this dude during Senior Bowl week when we were down there. And I love this dude, so it's like there's a reason why people are talking about him, and
yeah,
I like when when you see somebody, you're like, "Ooh, you played too," so like
yeah,
people that play and coach and stuff are just a little bit different in what we look at. So when I was down there, Byron Young from Tennessee, that dude
yeah,
ran a 4.4. You see how big that dude was?
yeah,
Ran a
yeah.
4.4, and then but in his drills, he looked really slow.
Exactly.
So exactly what you're saying is like there's a difference between straight line speed and
Yeah.
quickness on everything else, because that 4.4 speed when you're doing those shift drills, like it doesn't account for it because he's so damn big. He's shifting his weight now from side to
Right.
side. He's a big kid.
Right.
So, but you saw that a lot too. Like I didn't think he was gonna run a 4.4 from me seeing him in the Senior Bowl, but I knew he was strong as hell. So
Yeah.
when he was doing the bag drills, I was like, "Yep, yeah,
Yeah.
he's strong as shit. He about to knock these
Yeah.
little dummies into the into the
Yeah.
stands."
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, I
but
mean,
yeah,
there's just a lot of things, like, there's just a lot of things that are kind of irrelevant, which I know, like, I know it's like the combine is also just very entertaining too, though, for to see these freak athletes. You know what I mean? That's what most of it's about. Like we're showing off these freak athletes. Like you got a guy that's 6'4", damn near 300 pounds, running a 4.5. You're like, yo, like that's a machine. You know what I mean? Like that's a damn machine.
I
But
had a dude in the comment section earlier. What did he say? He said I was say we was gonna make this into his T-shirt because I'm gonna go to the next combine next year most likely, and
yeah.
he had said something like the combine is the place to get the most hyped up about draft bust.
Yeah, yeah. Because I feel like the combine really, I mean, yeah, it helps you, but it also hurts you too, because you got to trust the film, man. You know what I mean? Like if these guys are quick on the field and they're doing things on film that you see, you got to trust that, man. Because like some guys might have great film and then come to the combine, it might just be a bad day for them. Like they're not running as fast as they usually do, or they're not this, that, and the
It's
third. And
different in
it's like,
person too, man. Like I wish we could have got credentialed this year. I was just with my job, I couldn't have taken that much time off like back to
right,
back. But next year I should be able to because I'm playing for it. But
right,
when I go to the combine next year, I can't wait to see it in person because you're gonna actually see them in real life instead of like on TV, and you can
right.
really tell the difference in the speed and the agility and all the drills that they're doing. You're gonna be able to
Yeah.
see how fast these guys are in person.
Man,
So
you're gonna be doing this shit full time, Dante. You ain't gonna have to take off no more, man. This gonna be your thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal. You feel me? That's the goal,
I
man. You're
told
gonna
you,
be doing
man.
this full time, man.
East Coast Gridiron, man. That is the goal. I want to be
Mhm.
my goal was to be the chiller version of Barstool. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and that's why y'all need to go subscribe, man. For sure, man. We
Like
trying to
you
get
just
there.
come there and get your information. Like no bullshit. Get your information. We still gonna have fun.
We all trying
But
to quit our day jobs, man.
hey, we gonna rap gonna have his own division, which is the Vikings talk,
I'm
bro. So
telling you, yeah, the Vikings. Hey, if you ain't doing good on the Vikings, we on your top. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a
yeah,
fact. Like we on it, man. But yeah, man. But shit, I know the fights are coming on, and everybody. I told people I wasn't gonna hold them too long, man. I've been on an hour and 40, but let's
yeah.
just before we go, man. Let's just do one more breakdown on somebody from my boy Skull Mafia, man. I know
Yeah, man.
this is the linebackers, man. Trenton Simpson from Clemson. And then we
Mhm.
also got Demarion Overshown from Texas. I think he's a guy from Texas. Like, how
Yeah.
you have you looked into those guys, man?
Mhm.
How you feel about those guys? Like, which one would you take if those two were on the board?
Well, I'm naturally a ACC guy because Florida State plays there, so we play Clemson every single year.
Right.
Trent Simpson wasn't one of those guys that stood out to me, even watching his tape too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really have a big opinion on him. I mean, he gets a ton of tackles, but that's about it. Now,
Right.
Demarion Overshown is different.
All
I
right.
think I think he's a gem that's covered in dirt right now. I don't
Okay.
think people really understand how good he is. He's strong. He had a really good impact in that Alabama game,
Okay.
and when they played them and they barely lost that game. Um, and he was at the Senior Bowl as well. He showed out at the Senior Bowl, and then you already seen what he was about at the combine yesterday.
Right.
So
Yep.
yeah, man, that kid's gonna be a diamond in the rough.
Okay.
Papaya from Auburn. He don't let his speed confuse you. He's not really that great of a player. He sucks at tackling. How you a linebacker and suck at tackling?
Yeah.
So he's very overrated. My boy Manny, he watches Auburn. They drive him crazy. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And that's
yeah,
another thing real quick about East Coast Gridiron. Like he has a damn panel over there, and a lot of them follow different teams in college. And you got one guy that's all he watches is college, and he's what is it,
yeah,
fishing? Is
fishing.
it
Yeah,
fishing?
fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, he got a good cast over there, man. It ain't just Dante's channel where it's his channel, his company, but I mean, he has a good cast, a good panel over there, man, where they all over the board, man. Football all over the place, you know what I mean? So it
Kalijah
actually,
Cansey from Pitt. I'm not a big Kalijah Cansey fan.
yeah, me neither.
He's
I was watching him. I'm not big on that
he's
either.
not as shifty as a lot of people give him credit for, and a lot of people overhype him because Aaron Donald was there,
Yeah.
helping him
Because
out
we
with some
thought the same
stuff.
thing with Twyman, Jalen Twyman, when we got him from Pittsburgh. We're like, oh, he could be the next he can be the next Aaron Donald just because they went to the same college. Absolutely not. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna tell you who I do like, Dante, and I don't know if you heard of this guy, Carl Brooks from Bowling Green. Like that's
Carl Brooks from Bowling Green.
yeah. If you haven't, man, go look at him and do a breakdown on him
I
if
believe he
you
was at the
haven't.
Senior Bowl too. I had to look through my notes.
Yeah.
I had a here they go right here. Hold on.
Yeah, shout out Dante, man. They were actually at the Senior Bowl, man. They went there, East Coast Gridiron. They had they had the actual lanyards with the name on it.
Yeah,
You know what I
bro.
mean? They was
Hey,
official.
look, man.
Yeah.
All kinds of notes from the Senior Bowl,
All the
bro.
notes.
I
Let's
wasn't playing.
go.
I don't think I had him in here, but I think he was at the Senior Bowl.
I like him, man. I would take
I have
him
to check him
over
out, Rap, and get back
Cam.
to you.
Yeah, do that, man, because that's a guy I was gonna actually. I already got a thumbnail made. I was supposed to do a video like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
because I like to look at these players and release the video before anybody starts talking about them. And sometimes it's weird because I'll do a video on a random player like Tank Dell. Nobody was really on Tank Dell until I did a video. And then like other Vikings content creators like, oh, Tank Dell gonna come to the Vikings. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, we played football and I just look for certain things when I watch players. And sometimes I can just trust my eyes and just trust that I understand the game well enough to know like this guy's gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? And I felt that way, and I hold this down, man, with Jalen Petrie because I felt good. It was my first year starting YouTube, and that was one guy that I said the Vikings need to absolutely get, especially if we're gonna go
smart
safety.
Guy. We talked about
Especially
Jalen
if we
Petrie
were
a lot.
gonna go safety. It's like, bro, Jalen Petrie was the one to get, and look what happened. That boy turned into a savage, bro. Like,
What did Brian Force say? How about Young from Tennessee? We talked about him a little earlier. I guess you came in a little late.
Yeah.
We did our top 5 players for the Senior Bowl, and if somebody gets Byron Young, they're going to be very, very happy with him.
Where's he from? Tennessee? He's what
Tennessee.
Is he?
D-line?
D-line?
Tennessee.
Okay.
Yeah, he's an edge rusher.
Okay.
The kid, the best way I can describe Byron Young to you, every rep matters with him. Every single time he puts his foot in the dirt, he's one of those kids that you see, if you just look down at his feet, grass is coming up, bro.
I remember you talking highly about him after the Senior Bowl when you got back into the video. Yeah, you were praising him a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of those like the guys that don't show up on the stat sheet. Kind of like Aaron Donald at the beginning of his career. He wasn't getting a ton of sacks, but you knew he was there. I'm not saying that he's Aaron Donald. I'm just saying he's that type of like hard working blue collar type player. Like you're going to see your left tackle or right tackle's back if you're a quarterback a lot. And that's how he's going to be disruptive. And he's going to make his other players on his team look really, really good. I'll tell you and Rap knows this guy. I'm going to give you guys a name that was, and it's just a coincidence that we were talking about him. He shot up this far. He was at 130 on the big boards, and by the time he got done at the Senior Bowl, I swear people were listening to us. He was like 35 overall. Keon White from Georgia Tech, an edge rusher. Yeah. The kid is going to be absolutely insane. Like, people just don't know it yet, bro. But He does everything. Finesse moves, power, quick. I can't say enough good things about him. Like, I think he is literally better than Will Anderson. And people, wow, that might be a hot take, but I of course, when I do my list, I had Mohamed Ibrahim as the #1 running back.
Yep.
So
you do coming out of Minnesota. Yep.
I don't. Hey, I got a film study. Y'all want to?
You just did it today, right? I was watching that while I was at work. Watching some of it, or did y'all do that yesterday?
What, the film study?
Yeah.
We did it like 3 or 4 days ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I seen it today on YouTube, and I was watching it while I was at work. I had it playing in my ear, and then I was watching y'all showing some of the catches and runs and stuff. So,
bro,
it's Illinois.
Yeah, man, he is fucking insane. I love Mohamed Ibrahim, bro. 19 straight games of 100 yards plus. He put up on the #2 defense in the country, like 230 yards and a touchdown against Iowa, bro. Averaged like 6 yards a carry, dog. Like,
damn.
He's better than Bijan.
Everybody talking about Bijan. Yeah, everybody talking about Bijan. But
how the fuck you gonna say that he's not, bro? He's #1 on my list. Like,
I don't know why. Like, I'm just not big on running backs, man. I'm gonna tell you why. Only because, man, I think Dalvin cooked that boy, man. Still, and I know people are like the money and all this. Yeah, and they think it's the money too, but they're like, oh, we shouldn't pay a running back, $14 million. Which, yeah, that is pretty high for a running back being that. But we went after Ty Chandler last year, and a lot of people were high on Ty Chandler. And I mean, we still got to see what the boy can do. Like why bring in a running back this year when we got Ty Chandler? Like, Ty Chandler possibly could be the starter. At the end of the day, nobody's gonna get a shot when you got Dalvin on your roster. So you got to wait until we move off of Dalvin and then see what Ty Chandler can do.
Dalvin does so many things good, and of course, you know this because I'm a Florida State fan.
Right.
Dalvin does everything. When he's healthy, he does everything well. He can be a power back.
Blocks.
He can block. He can catch out of the backfield. He's quick between the tackles. He's quick on the outside. Like, if you had to mold like a perfect running back, he would be that if he's healthy all the time. Like, that checks every single box.
Right.
What you guys need is somebody that's the total opposite than that. I'm gonna give you guys a name. Devin A-Chain from Texas A&M. He's a running back. Dude's fast as shit. He's gonna be a track star wherever he goes. You guys need somebody like him just to kind of break up the monotony and make people scared of the speed of the offense. Because you're gonna have JJ. If y'all get another speed, let's say you get Nathaniel Dell, like you said, on tape, he's a lot faster. But how you gonna deal with getting punched in the mouth and then Devin A-Chain come out of nowhere, take an outside toss to the house?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You kind of need that 1-2 punch now. Somebody that.
But Ty Chandler might be that boy though too. You know what I mean? He was doing that in North Carolina. And you know what? Like, we're not a running team anymore. So I can see why paying Dalvin $14 million. It's like, why pay a running back that premium if we have a passing type head coach now? Like, he likes to do pass schemes. So you know what I mean? It's almost unfair to Dalvin and unfair, to anybody else, because at the end of the day, Dalvin's still really good. I think he still has at least 2 or 3 more years of being productive with 1,000-yard rushing season. And even last year, him not being used the right way, he still led the league in yards after contact. He still was #6 in rushing, and he still put up some touchdowns, man. So at the end of the day, I mean, shit, we can probably get something good for him as far as trade value, I think. You know what I mean? So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate you. One more question, man. Who's do you even know Keandre Coburn?
I don't know Keandre Coburn like that. Let me see.
Yeah.
That name does not sound.
But Brian asked, what round will dude go? The dude we were praising, Young.
Byron Young. Byron Young is probably the highest that he'll go. Oh, Keandre Coburn from Texas, the DT. I don't really know too much about him. I don't like to comment about stuff I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not gonna give any comments on that.
Keeping it real. You got some people who would just comment but think they know every damn
just
thing.
Make up some shit on the fly.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't fucking know.
So that's how y'all know to trust with these conversations we're having. Like, y'all know, man, y'all can trust Dante because he ain't just gonna cap and just say he knows some shit he don't know.
I mean, I'm very knowledgeable, as you guys know, but like, if I don't know a player, I'm not going to comment on it. Like, there's I have enough pride where it's like. I got to keep my channel legit as possible. So when you guys come to my channel, or if I come on here and start talking about a player, if you look it up or if you watch the tape, it's going to directly translate over to that, and you can form your own opinion. But I don't have an opinion on Keandre Coburn, so I'm not going to go out there and say anything. Hey, Byron Young, I think he's going to be like he's a first round talent to me, but he'll probably get chosen the end of the second round, third round. I think
For
there's
sure.
just a couple more edge rushers people are going to fall in love with before they actually get to him.
Yeah, just bigger names and shit, more popular.
Yeah.
A lot of that plays in the part. Hey man, with Dante, man, I appreciate you tapping in, man, and talking, you know, these draft prospects, man. This is a fun time of the year. That's what I love about just football content, because it's 365. You know what I'm saying? Like, people think just because the season's over with. No, this is when it really ramps up for content creators and fans that just, you know, kind of assume and just be hopeful on who we get and what's going to happen in free agency. And in the next couple of weeks, man, it's going to spice up, because free agency doors open, what, March 15th, I think it is. You know, so it's going to get spicy, man. And even with the combine going on right now and in the draft in April, man, you know, hey, this is the time where we actually work harder than ever. And I look forward to seeing what you're going to put out on the channel, man. So hopefully everybody else in the comments, man, y'all go tap in with them. And, you know, hey, the content it's going to be goddamn ramping up, man. If you want to tell anybody, and if you want to tell the chat anything, Dante, before you head out, man, before we get up out of here, man.
Yeah, man. First, I just, you know, I'm gonna ride your coattail here for a little bit, but a lot of content creators out there, and this is not just to call anybody out, but there's a lot of people that spew a lot of bullcrap. So just be aware of like who you listen to, because a lot of people try to sound like they're legit and they're not. One thing about that I like about you, Rap, is like you've been taking it one player at a time. And I think that's the right approach, especially when you don't watch college football, because it gives you enough time to sit there and evaluate and read up about a player and get to know them and watch some of the tape if you haven't. But you're not coming out here saying that you're an expert in all this either. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know, you'll kind of be like, oh,
I leave that to you, man. I leave that to you. You know what I'm saying?
I'll comment on some stuff and Rap would be like, oh, word. Like, if you saying that, I believe you.
Hey, because you know, hey, I tell people all the time, y'all know how I do, man. I come on here, hey, yeah, he good and I want him. You know what I mean? I'm just keep it simple like that. I think he's good and I want him. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't breaking down all them stuff like Dante them, man.
Yeah, but your content's been going, man. You're going to continue to grow, dude. I told you that from the start. Like, you keep pumping out stuff. You keep educating people too. And like I said, I'm not, you know, I'm not a Vikings fan. I just love football in general. So I always try to pop in on every people that I respect, man. You'll see me in the comment section. I don't just pop in and be like, hey, yo, what up? And then just bounce out.
Yeah, for
sure. You got them people that just want to be, that just want to be heard. But
yeah,
I'll try to keep it spicy in the comments. But
yeah, for sure, man. Hey, I appreciate the super chat, man. I'll send your hat out Monday, man, so you can support him. I'm looking forward to you seeing Rocket on the stream at least one night, man.
Oh, I'm gonna do it with the Thielen jersey. You already know.
Gotta do that. Let's get it, man. I'll put it in the mail Monday, man. It'll be coming to you. You know what I'm saying? I got some more shipping out, so they're gonna be a couple of us wearing them shits, man.
Hey, hit me with your address too, bro. I'm gonna send you some pictures of the merch that we got. Swaggy shit, bro.
Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you for sure, man. I'll cop something for you. Yeah, I'll cop something for you for sure, man. It's always support, man. You gotta support, man, the content creators, man. You know what I mean? The merch, whatever we drop, man. Super chats. That's how we pay the bills and keep this thing going, man. That's how, you know, motivate us to keep going and getting better at what we do. I mean, but hey, we appreciate everybody in the comments, man. We love y'all. Y'all already know how RAP go, man. Shout out my boy Dante. Hey, we're going to see y'all next time. Let's go watch these fights, man. I got the other dude winning. I'm going to just tell you that. I don't think Jones is going to win tonight, man. I'm going to tap in, though. We're going to see
what happens. Winning?
Okay. I think I got him winning, man. I got him winning. I think Jones took too long of a break, man. He's going to have to get put in his place one time, but then he'll bounce back. He'll bounce back after this fight, man.
Yeah, you gotta respect it. I think he'll put up a fight, too.
So. Yeah, man. Hey, but appreciate y'all, man. We out.